name's Arrington, and I am one of the summer ARC Artists Residence Commissioning Program at CounterPULSE. The piece that I'm working on, it's still very new. It's called Hot Wings, and it's sort of branching off a piece that I did last year called Fingerbird. I kind of jokingly say that the work is openly feminist. It's a little cheeky, but I also think it's kind of important because gender is always kind of a major theme. Fingerbird was something that I did that was sort of in dealing with violence in a very sort of two-dimensional way, and I feel like Hot Wings is kind of is a step farther from where Fingerbird left off. It's a little bit more about a sort of felt experience of resistance or violence or anger, especially in women. It's kind of also using sort of typical representations, like sort of hysterical states is something that we're looking at a lot. And then also sort of this idea of women's connection to nature. I don't make work where I feel like, you know, I know that this means this, or I know that this represents this, or this dance means this, but I do sincerely try as much as I can to trust. I think there's like a kind of a high premium placed on really cerebral work, and I'm a little more interested in sort of the intuitive space and sort of felt experience. I was listening to there's this podcast called Radio Lab, and they had this episode on anger, and it was talking about how like if you're in a fight or you're feeling anger, that there's a moment where your mind comprehends that you no longer need to be angry, but because the body is like feeling the experience of anger, be it like clenched muscles or shortened breath, that you literally sort of overpower the mind. And so I do hope that there's some element of feeling that happens from watching whatever Hot Wings ends up being, so that it's not just sort of in that conscious place or that kind of cognitive controlled, but it's in a little bit more felt reality. My background, I've been in San Francisco for a little more than 2 years. I moved out here from New York, and in New York I was mostly performing and really wanted to be making work, but just getting myself kind of bogged down with the commitments of performing for other people and working and living in New York. It just kept getting kind of placed farther and farther down on the list of priorities. And so a lot of different things happened, but there was an opportunity for me to come out to San Francisco, and I had a conversation with a friend, and she was saying, you know, if you really want to commit to something and to really explore and do something on your own, like San Francisco is an incredible container for it, in terms of there's just space and resources and even people here. And so I just decided to move, and I had a few friends out here, and we just all started getting together and making work. And in terms of this kind of work, definitely have always been interested in it. And I did a lot of actually like dancey dancing when I was in New York, and there's not a whole lot of that in what I do now. So I think it just kind of all naturally happened, you know, just like one little thing led to another, led to another, led to another. My creative process is very different for this. It's been so amazing to have the support of CounterPULSE. Normally, I go right into crafting work, sort of like have an idea, give it to the performers, set it. There's not a whole lot of room, just usually because of time, but because this is such a wonderful, luxurious experience, we've been really able to play a lot more. So what I do is I usually starts with an image or something like that, or an idea, or I do a lot of play in my regular life with kind of like singing and just stupid little things. My girlfriend could tell you all that. And I'll come in with some of that, and since we've been here, we've been doing a lot more just sort of improvisation and scores around those. ideas or images, and it's really nice. I feel like right now we're just making kind of really broad strokes, like really sketching the workout, and moving into more, like just starting to move into some details, which is so different from how I've been working. I've been like straight into the details, kind of for the last like 2 years. So, yeah. You know, actually, to be honest, gender, I'm positive the reason I care so much about gender is because I'm from Louisiana, and love my family and love where I come from, but it's a very different world. You know, as soon as I graduated high school, I kind of left Louisiana as fast as I could, and, you know, studied gender studies in school and stuff, and was like, ugh, kind of frustrated about it. And that's probably why the gender stuff is there. And also just sort of like, I'm really interested in queer performance, and queer in its most broadest definition, I think. Just because maybe it was missing so much in my earlier years. Why do I care about the issues that I'm addressing? That is a good question. I don't really know. I mean, I think just because they're my life.